Are you a federal employee? Do you know all the different retirement options under the Federal Employment Retirement System, or FERS? Spend a few minutes with me as I explain the basics. The retirement system is a three-tier program with different types of retirement depending on your age and the years of service. I'll give you a couple of examples of how they compute the amount of money that you're going to get when you retire, and then we'll go over key takeaways. This video is not intended to be personal financial advice. There are inherent risks involved in making your financial decisions and investing, so please do your own research and make your own decision. It can be hard to make those decisions if you're not sure of the different options that you have. The three tiers of the federal retirement systems are your pension or your FERS, Social Security, and Thrift Savings Plan. Social Security can be kind of confusing as many different aspects can be taken between the ages of 62 and 67. Pension is supposed to be the smallest, Social Security the middle, and Thrift Savings Plan is supposed to be the largest amount for your retirement. So if you're not taking advantage of the Thrift Savings Plan 5% matching, know what the annual contribution limits are, or the Roth and traditional portion of it, you might be selling yourself short and end up when you get to retirement not having enough, because the pension is supposed to be the smallest part and the Thrift Savings Plan is supposed to be the bulk of your retirement. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to make a video on that, or if you have any specific questions on it that I might be able to incorporate into the next video. Your age and the number of years of service that you have will help you understand the different options you have in the FERS system. There is what's called a disability retirement. I'm not going to cover that today. I'm really going to focus on the different voluntary retirement options. If you're age 62 and have 5 years of service or more, you're eligible for immediate retirement unreduced. Unreduced means once you take your retirement, there's not going to be a penalty or a deduction. If you have 20 years of service, you can retire at age 60. If you have 30 years, you can retire at your minimum retirement age. Look at the chart on the right. You can see the minimum retirement age changes depending on the year that you were born. Most people are going to be 57 years. But if you were born in 1967, you can retire at 56 years, 6 months. But what if you don't have 20 or 30 years? Well, then there's something called a minimum retirement age, or MRA, plus 10. Under the MRA plus 10, you have to have a minimum of service of 10 years, and each year that you're under age 62 will be reduced by 5%. But you can postpone your retirement to avoid the reduction. I said postpone the retirement, but I meant you can postpone taking the money. You can retire, and then a couple of years later, when you reach age 62, you can then take their money, and that would avoid the reduction entirely. Suppose you work until you're 38, you have 5 years of service, you get out of the federal government. When you reach age 62, you can apply for and get your retirement. The same goes if you have 20 years of service and you stop working at, say, 48. You have to wait till you're age 60 to be able to retire. So you know when you can retire, but how much are you going to get? If you're under age 62 at separation for retirement, or age 62 or older with less than 20 years of service, you're going to get 1% of your high 3 pay times the number of years of service. At age 62 or older at separation with 20 or more years of service, you get 1.1% of your high 3 pay times the number of years of service. Let's run through an example. Suppose you're age 62 with 23 years of service and your high 3 average pay was $88,000. Then you're going to get 1.1% of $88,000 times 23 years, or $22,264 annually. That equates to $1,855.33 every month. Under the MRA plus 10, let's say you're age 58 with 12 years of service and your high 3 pay was $56,000. That would be 1% times $56,000 times 12 years, or $6,720 annually. But there's a minus. Remember, every year you're under age 62, you're going to get a 5% reduction. In this example, if you're 58, that means you're 4 years younger than 62, so there's going to be a 20% deduction. They actually calculated at 5/12% for every month that you're under 62. So with a 20% reduction off of 6720, you're going to end up with 5,376 annually or 448 monthly. If you're an air traffic controller, firefighter, law enforcement officer, Capitol Police, Supreme Court Police, or nuclear materials courier, the retirement is going to be calculated differently. How they come up with the high 3 average is they include your regular pay and your locality pay. They don't include bonuses and overtime. So if you make 78,000, 80,000, and 83,000, you total those up and you divide by 3, you're going to end up with 80,333 and 33 cents. Again, the pension is supposed to be the smallest of the 3. So you want to make sure that you're maximizing your Thrift Savings Plan, which is a government's 401k. They do match you up to 5%, and if you don't take advantage of that, you're missing out on free money. A topic for probably another video is the Roth versus traditional. But quickly, traditional is when you invest before you pay taxes on it, and Roth is you invest after you pay taxes on it. Under the traditional, you'll be putting in your money before it's taxed, and it'll all grow. And then when you take it out, that's when you're going to pay the tax. Under Roth, it goes in after paying taxes. It grows tax-free, and when you take it out, it's completely tax-free. I always recommend to go with Roth, but there are different reasons why you would choose one or the other. As I said at the beginning, Social Security is different. You're going to have different strategies for it. You're going to be able to take it out between age 60 or 70, and it depends on how much you get as how long you wait. Again, another topic, a topic for another video. I hope that you can learn the basics of this, seek professional advice if you need it, and invest wisely. I don't know if you remember the tortoise and the hare, where the tortoise runs slow and steady and wins the race because the hare runs fast and then stops and gets distracted and waits till the end and tries to catch up. You don't want to be the hare. You want to be the tortoise and do slow, steady, and invest early. That is surely the way to become a TSP millionaire. If you want to learn more, go to the OPM website and you can look at the different ways and retirement options that you have there. One last tip I want to leave you with. Even though it's not part of the federal government, you can still do a Roth IRA or individual retirement account. You can also do a traditional, but I would continue to do the Roth. You can do that for you and your spouse. Look at the different related videos that I might post on here on my channel at Save for Retirement. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. That will help me build this channel so I can produce more videos. If you think of anything that you might like, or you got questions you might like to see, different topics, please put it in the comments. I'll read them and make sure. And if I'm going to do a video, maybe I'll give you a shout out as well. Thank you.